Boaster keeps entering and dying first as the controller. Durka dies to the same trip 2 rounds in a row. Safe punishes Boaster's mistake to get 3 kills and win an eco. Durka completely misses his smoke and dash onto site. Nats is the only one this round who buys full armor, and it saves him and gets him an extra kill. This may be the worst round I've ever seen from Fnatic. In this video, I'm going to explain every key round from the VCT EMEA Grand Finals to see exactly how Team Liquid upset Fnatic and broke their 6-month-long win streak. This is map 1 on Lotus, where Team Liquid start on defense and Fnatic start on attack. Pistol round from Fnatic immediately looks uncharacteristic of them. They play a very basic 4-1 setup and take mound control with their strong side. They're seen early and never attempt to cut noise or get control somewhere else, so Liquid are ready for the push. Fnatic's spacing is pretty bad in this execute. Boaster is actually the first one in with Durka behind him, while 2 members in mound can't help at all and Chronicle is off lurking in A. Boaster dies with all the team smokes and the trade doesn't even happen. Fnatic still end up winning the round in a 4v2 off Chronicle's lurk, but the strats seem very lazy and a bad sign of things to come. In round 3, we initially see some more control prioritized across the map, but then Boaster walks onto C by himself to try and kill the turret and dies again. Fnatic lost their Astra utility very early on in the round. Redgar makes a huge play when Fnatic try to retake A main and the round is over. In round 5, Fnatic are on a light buy and attempt to walk up B. Alpha hits a nice shot which punishes Yampy for peeking alone as the only player on B, despite him having an alarm bot for the entrance. Fnatic take the site and use Viper ult for post plant, but we continue to see Boaster play quite impatiently. He has a good lurk C after dodging the Fade Eye, but he swings early and dies, which gives a lot of control back to Team Liquid. Again, despite Fnatic winning this huge round, it looked far from the perfect methodical play that we usually see from them. Fnatic send 5 members A main in this next round and lose the fight. Team Liquid could have just backed off to play the 5v3, but choose to take another fight and Leo gets 2 kills back. Fnatic are still in a 2v3, but again, pull out the victory with strong individual play from Alpha. Team Liquid are making good plays, but are not disciplined enough to close out the rounds. Before we get to the next round, let me tell you about Gosu Academy's Valorant program, which unlocks weekly theory classes and in-depth VOD reviews from amazing top-tier coaches. The program also features an exclusive masterclass lecture from a Tier 1 franchised coach once per month. You'll also be able to participate in weekly Coach 10-mans with other students at your rank, where coaches will help you learn Team Valorant every step of the way. These 10-mans also have an in-house ELO system and monthly prizes, which is exactly the same environment that pros prefer to practice in rather than solo queue. Join Gosu Academy's educational and friendly community today. Use my code Platoon at checkout for your first month free. Now let's get back to the video. Fnatic pull out the Odin in round 7 to punish the A main aggression. They take A main, but you can see that Team Liquid are set up for all the options, while Fnatic don't have too much pressure elsewhere on the map. Team Liquid make a good play to take a fight with Fade utility once Fnatic are in dangerous positions. Notice again how Boaster is the one trapped in the most dangerous position, and he dies first. But we again see another throw from Team Liquid to give back kills when they're already up 5v3. Late into the round, Alpha gets the solo kill on C, pushes deep into water to catch Safe, then takes down one more with him when Liquid push onto site. Fnatic are up 5-2, but many of their wins should be credited to hero plays in rounds that should not have been won. Team Liquid just need to stay more disciplined to close out the rounds that they set themselves up to win. The half ends 8-4 for Fnatic as they swap to defense. On pistol round, Team Liquid creep up C and transition into an execute. They're aggressive into defender spawn, but Fnatic stabilize and it's now a 4v4. Fnatic had full water control with 2 players, which was taken while Team Liquid were pushing into spawn, but for some reason they completely gave up this control to Team Liquid. This became the main reason for Team Liquid winning this round, as they pushed through to catch Alpha and then maintain that control for good positioning to fight the rest of Fnatic flooding onto site. If Fnatic kept water control and were the ones holding Team Liquid instead, this round probably would have looked different. In the first gun round of this half, Team Liquid starts with A main control and transitions into a C hit with a lurk from Yampy. Something pretty funny happens on Yampy's lurk, where he and Chronicle spot each other. Yampy crosses to the left, then eventually peeks again to clear the box angle and gets caught by Chronicle. This is pretty funny because this would mean that Chronicle would have to come out and jump onto the box in the couple seconds that Yampy is watching Heaven. The crosshair placement is a big reason Yampy dies here, so it's painfully clear that Yampy is not super comfortable playing these types of lurk positions. Team Liquid successfully hit C and win the fights in water and spawn to close out this round. On round 19, we see another C execute from Team Liquid. Yampy gets the lurk up B this time, while his team pushes through site into water. Team Liquid now have full water and B-link control again, and we'll see how this causes the retake to fail, as all of Fnatic are forced to funnel through spawn and get mowed down. That's multiple rounds now where the issues with B-link control cause Fnatic to have poor retake chances. The game stayed relatively close till the end, where Leo finally realizes his prior mistakes in giving up water and B-link. He calmly holds the push to nail the coffin shut on this game. Team Liquid lost this map by only 2 rounds, but we can see numerous situations where Fnatic look lost but save themselves with hero plays, and Liquid are simply lacking a bit of discipline to close out rounds that they set themselves up to win. Map 2 takes us to Ascent, where Fnatic start an attack with Team Liquid defending. Immediately we see a pretty weird setup from Fnatic, where Durka playing Jett is in B-Link by himself. Durka dies almost instantly when he peeks Cat, and the rest of his team is forced to work through A, as they have no more control of B side. Team Liquid go for the 5v4 retake, but a double push through Cat goes wrong, and now Team Liquid are disadvantaged in the retake. Team Liquid was a bit too passive on site, against Fnatic who already lost their only duelist. I would have liked to see an aggressive, fast retake with Omen Flash and Sova Dart, rather than being so worried about the flank. Fnatic do a better job in the next rounds to put Durka in positions where he can benefit better from his team's utility. This gives Fnatic 2 more strong executes to bring Fnatic up 4-1. Round 6 is when things start to change for Team Liquid in this half. Fnatic work toward a B execute, and Nats has this cool cage which allows him to cross onto site and disrupt Fnatic trying to push through stairs. Durka attempts to punish this timing, but the risk doesn't pay off and he dies with all of his utility up, which could have been used to help his team take space on site. Yampy was the only player on site during this execute, and he ends up staying alive the entire round. You can see that he actually gets blinded by Boaster, which could have been a great timing for Durka to swarm back site, but as we know, he dies in spawn and the round completely breaks down because of it. In the next round, Nat swaps to A site and has this amazing counterplay. He sits top gen with his cage, ready for the Jett dash, and it works perfectly as Durka dashes straight into Nats and dies instantly. This play combined with the Sova ult from spawn should again seal the deal on the round, but Alpha gives Team Liquid another scare when he kills 2 Cat after getting full blind by KO. But this time Team Liquid are calm and peek from the backside of A together. This signifies a turning point for Team Liquid as they play disciplined but not scared. We continue to see uncharacteristic misplays from Fnatic in the following rounds. Boaster here is going for a lurk kill by staying around late in arches, but is unaware that his positioning is exposed to Cat. Then, the Killjoy ult from B main clears Team Liquid off of site, but Durka also overheats, and this time it's worse than the last. Team Liquid have nothing else to do but wait for the Killjoy ult anyway, so they're obviously going to be expecting the peak. Fnatic try to simplify their game plan to just get everyone working together and go toward a simple A execute in the following rounds. But extremely amateur mistakes cause these executes to fail. Durka gets caught by the most basic Cypher trip at the entrance and dies to Nats spraying from tree. Along with the timed dart from Yampy Sova, this execute immediately fails. But the shocking part about this is that in the next round, we see the exact same trip kill Durka again, despite Leo having 2 shock darts. Fnatic aren't even trying to break the most common trips at the choke before lazily executing site for the 2nd time in a row. This is definitely not a good look for Fnatic. We finally get to this infamous round, which is the last round of the half. Timed with the Omen Blind and Sova ult, Fnatic push out of the smoke and get both kills. Then Durka pushes up Heaven quickly to punish Safe for trying to peek on a timing. Now it's a 4v2 for Fnatic, but quickly becomes a 3v2 when no one on Fnatic shoots the dart and Durka gets spammed while pinged. Two shorty plays into Jen and Hell get Liquid into the 1v1, but Yampy is tagged down to 14 HP. Alpha looks like he's kind of trolling a bit too hard when he throws his pistol, picks it up, and goes for constant fake peeks, while Yampy is calm and hits the clean headshot. Even Alpha, who has been Fnatic's trump card in the series, seems like he's lost the mental edge. The off day continues for Fnatic in the next half with this failed Omen TP from Boaster. We can see a pretty funny interaction in round 16 where Redgar's own smoke causes his death as it hides Boaster and Hell and gives them a sneaky off angle to play off. But Team Liquid close out this round anyway. The game is looking very bad for Fnatic, but they've come back from worse before. Mini gives great information during this timeout, which prompts the inverted setup. This is where your Sentinel places utility on the opposite site, to avoid getting disabled by the KO ult. Alpha places his utility on B side and plays Tree, ready to spam with an Odin. The Sova Dart comes in for the spam, and the plan works out pretty well. We continue to see some mistakes from Fnatic, where they push out of Heaven before the door was broken. This allows Team Liquid to focus onto Heaven and get 2 kills back. The door finally gets broken and 2 more Heaven players find a kill coming out, but the round devolves into a 2v1 which Alpha cannot win. 12-5 is arguably even harder to come back from than 11-3, because there is absolutely no margin for error. Ironically, Fnatic start to play like they have nothing to lose, and it gets them back into this game. Durka starts to play very aggressively and greedy for space and control, and in multiple rounds in a row, he finds openings for Fnatic. The rest of the team plays disciplined enough to close out the rounds, and suddenly Fnatic have caught up to be within 1 round. And Durka doesn't stop with his plays. He's opping on round 24, but he pushes into the smoke that Safe throws to catch him with the shorty. Leo follows up with the Sova ult, and now Team Liquid have immediately lost their smokes player and their entry, arguably 2 of their most important agents on offense. Fnatic just pulled the game back from 5-12 to overtime. In the first round of overtime, Safe gets a nice opener with the op kill from Cat. Boaster gets a great lurk kill onto Safe, which sets himself up to fake B. This gives his team a 3v1 situation against Nats on A. The Team Liquid still have their 3 most important agents for retake, which are Sova, Omen, and KO, and beautifully coordinate their utility and timings. Right as Redgar's Omen smoke drops, Soulcast KO flashes out of Heaven and Yampy gets the kill from Heaven. Originally, Leo could help with Heaven, but now he's desperate to make it past the smoke. But Redgar's smoke not only covers A main, but allows him to TP into it and catch Leo trying to run out and help his team. Yampy tops it off with the shorty kill Hell. In the next round of overtime, Fnatic show a really cool Omen play. Boaster places a one-way smoke in B link and TPs inside of it. He throws the blind for Durka's peek from B main, then uses Durka's pressure to fight next, and they have the bomb dropped in a 4v3 scenario. But late into the round, Boaster makes an overplay when he reflanks through spawn, and Redgar's awareness is just insane to catch him. In hindsight, it would have been much smarter to just fall back and play sites with a teammate, since so much time was already stalled in the round. Boaster's play to flank spawn wasn't necessarily bad, and you definitely need to take risks to close out games. But Boaster's solo plays have clearly felt off today, and this was unfortunately no different. With 10 seconds left in the round, Team Liquid hit B and Chronicle goes for his stairs peek. In my opinion, this positioning is not ideal, as time is running so low that Chronicle can just sit backside B and mess with them. You can still depend on Leo to come out and fight from stairs, and you can ensure a wider variety of angles that way. You can actually see how wary Team Liquid are of backside, with only 7 seconds left in the round. If someone was actually backside when Leo swung stairs like this, it's very likely that this game goes into double overtime. Team Liquid close out the map after a little bit of a scare, and we move on to map 3. On Haven, Team Liquid start on defense and Fnatic start on attack. Fnatic's default ensures a lot of control on A, with the brick smoke denying info from Liquid. Sky realizes that they simply can't hold A alone and just backs out of sight. With the Killjoy jump spotting C long and her turret still up in garage, Team Liquid can focus on B, and that's exactly where Fnatic go. Durka dies instantly and Fnatic cancel the play. Alpha tries a relurk onto A but gets traded out. Then with time low, Fnatic rush onto B. Team Liquid take a fight together before Fnatic can stabilize and win the round. On Team Liquid's bonus round, Fnatic grouped for a 5-man C execute. Take note of Fnatic using their half armor strat this round, and Nats having full armor. Firstly, Dirk is one of the best Jett players in the world. There is no utility pressure forcing this mistake, but he completely misses his Jett smoke and his updraft dash onto site, which gives Redgar a free kill. Nats swings out of garage, and Boaster completely whiffs, then the flash from Omen allows Nats to get a second kill. Remember how Nats had full armor and all of Fnatic had half armor? Nats lives from the spam with 11 HP, meaning that if he bought half armor, he would have already died. This all results in Fnatic losing to Team Liquid's bonus round. Let's skip ahead to round 7 where Team Liquid are on an eco with 2 Guardians. Fnatic go A and try to use the KJ ult to secure the round against the eco, but we see a massive mistake from Boaster, who smokes Heaven way too early before Killjoy ult is even close to popping. The smoke fades early while Chronicle scales up long, and this allows Safe a timing to make this play. Boaster again misplaces his Astra Wall, and it continues to allow Safe to peek Heaven. His third kill on Boaster makes the round unwinnable, and Team Liquid pull off a huge eco win. In the next round, Fnatic open with some A main control, and Team Liquid give up A to stack toward mid. Fnatic eventually transition into garage control and get first blood, then transition immediately into a B execute. Durka dashes onto site and dies again immediately. You can see that Durka did not wait for the smoke from Boaster, and the C-Link player was able to see his dash and make a good guess on where in the smoke to spray. Fnatic keep messing up the little things, and Liquid are always there to punish them hard for it, as this round also turns into a loss for Fnatic after the initial kill. Going into the next half, pistol round starts immediately with a full fight on A site. Durka starts with the long angle alone, so he has a chance at a play and collects info for his rotators. Both sides trade down reasonably, and Nats hits these nice shots for the double kill in hell. Now it's a 1v1 between the clutch Killjoy players from both teams. Alpha knows that the bomb is down long, so he repositions to Heaven and attempts to take the challenge before Nats can leave the site. Both players pretty much whiff this exchange, and Alpha places a turret to try and give him info on the bomb. When Nats crosses to grab the bomb, he doesn't actually finish killing the turret, which makes Alpha second guess whether or not Nats even took the bomb. This gives Nats way superior positioning on C and rushes Alpha for the retake because he doesn't want time to get low. Nats closes out the key clutch against Fnatic's clutcher. Team Liquid start to show some very solid strats on attack in the first gun round of the half. They use Killjoy ult to fake B and take control of mid, which forces Fnatic to split and choose a side. The placement of the ult just makes it natural to gravitate toward A. With only 2 players on C with bad positioning, Team Liquid swarms site and Alpha goes for a hero peek before Boaster's smoke drops. Durka thinks he has a good flank, but is seen by Soulcast near garage, and this information helps Chronicle get the last kill needed to force Fnatic into saving. Round 18 is another huge round for Team Liquid. Redgar works the short A lurk by TPing across lobby, while Team Liquid make a bunch of noise in grass near garage. Now this is just textbook Haven play, as it pulls Sova to rotate off of A. The perfect distraction utility gives Redgar the free lurk kill, and then Safe, who was still lurking around B, catches the desperate rotator. Beautiful cross-map team play setup from Team Liquid to get to map point. The final round of the map shows Fnatic playing off of C and attempting a retake play instead of fighting for site. I really don't like these type of passive strats when your team is already down this many rounds. Team Liquid are riding on a lot of confidence right now, so if you give them the space to be aggressive, they definitely will take advantage of it. They end up fighting deep into garage window and defender spawn to kill the Killjoy ult and win the map. We finally get to the last map on Fracture, which showcases the evolution of both teams. Team Liquid are riding high on team-wide confidence, while Fnatic are still struggling to find their footing. Fnatic try to simplify their game plan and just go for a 5-man push-up arcade, but Redgar, with the help of a breach stun, kills 3 with the shorty. The round pretty much ends as soon as it starts. In the first gun round, we see Safe opping on Raze since they have no Jett in the comp. Team Liquid continue to be the ones making the plays and controlling the pace of the game. Nats sneaks underground after pushing B main and then tries to make a play into arcade off of the breach flash. He doesn't expect Leo to already be pushed up so close and gets punished for it. But it was a solid play from Liquid and it shows how proactive they are. Fnatic continue to play slow and don't make a move off of this pick. We see that Liquid are the ones to make the play again. Safe gets a pick and then Yampy plays off that pressure to swing tower and get another kill back for Liquid. The rest of Fnatic die one at a time and Team Liquid steal back the round. Fnatic catch back up when Team Liquid are a bit overzealous with their pushes, which puts themselves out of position. In round 6, we see the push into B main from Yampy and Nats, but the A rush comes out from Fnatic. Raze rotates through spawn, but without any breach utility, it's really hard to push out of the smokes to help his teammate. The two anchors die before any meaningful help gets to them. In round 8, we see the same situation where 3 Liquid members push Dish, but Fnatic decide to just rush B. The support utility from a fast rotating fade or breach could have really helped the site players, but they get swarmed and die before the Dish pushers can make it to help. Immediately after this round, we see a timeout called. Round 9 is basically a full eco for Liquid, as they only bought up pistols and utility. This may be one of the worst rounds I've ever seen from Fnatic. Team Liquid has 3 players work into arcade, while Fnatic keep it simple and fade ult onto B from B main. The fade ult reveals no one on site or tower, but Durka still throws his nade default and is the only one to scale up site. Yampy gets the isolated 1v1 since nobody is even close to trade him even though fade ult cleared the site completely. Then, they play the post plant by leaving Boaster alone on site while everyone in B main is behind the smoke, and he ends up dying alone. Safe finds a timing from B tunnel to get this solo fight against Alpha when Leo pulls out his fade utility. It still comes down to a 2v2 with time low and the bomb planted for Fnatic, but Leo peeks alone when Chronicle is reloading and dies. You can see the first ping for Leo's spam is wildly wrong as well. Chronicle can't win the 1v2 and Fnatic lose to a full eco. Fnatic lost this game by only 2 rounds, so losing to a full eco when you commit fade ult was definitely something that changed the outcome of this game. This round also played a huge part in destroying their morale, as Fnatic did not win another round in this half. Fnatic start to rally back some rounds in the next half, starting with a solid pistol round win off of a great fade eye from Leo. They also win their bonus round when Yampy gets swarmed on the flank and Alpha is ready for the push into defender's spawn. But it's another eco round that haunts Fnatic. In round 16, Team Liquid run up A main as 5. Fnatic are again disjointed and Alpha is alone fighting in A main with no one close enough to help. Leo tries to help but gets there too late and dies solo instead. This leads to 2 rifles given to Team Liquid, and they use this to get another kill on site with the Brim ult. Team Liquid set up a play in the 2v2 to try and catch Fnatic in sand, but Nats is too low to avoid dying, despite Boaster getting stunned. Then, Yampy sneaks back to B with the bomb to try and win the 1v2. He finds a timing from arcade while Fnatic are scaling onto site. Then he plays the bomb to outposition Durka for the clutch. This entire round broke down because they were not on the same page in A main. Fnatic switch up their defensive strategy to play retake B for several rounds in a row. In round 20, they push Dish aggressively and are confident in doing so because in the event that no one was there, they still have breach ult to retake B. In round 21, they play off of B again because they have fade ult for retake and Brim ult for a chance to kill the planner. They still have fade ult in round 22, but Team Liquid adjusts to take aggressive control of Gen to disrupt Fnatic from getting into good spots. This works pretty well as Leo has to use his fade ult early to clear Gen and can't use it for sight. Again, Fnatic play retake on B in round 23, but it doesn't seem like a great plan since they don't really have any ults to use this time. Team Liquid stick with their strategy to take Gen control, and Safe's play into defender spawn buys just enough time for his team to stabilize, and Team Liquid get to match point. Fnatic continue to play retake B, but at least have a plan to use Killjoy ult. Fnatic finds a kill onto Safe by pushing A main, and they know that they can flank through B main to get a good Killjoy ult. Everything is looking great for Fnatic, as they get the Killjoy ult down and Team Liquid can't do anything about it. Instead of just holding the walkout with Leo, Durka pushes into arcade way before the Killjoy ult pops, then Leo loses the next 1v1 to Soulcast, who should have already been dead. You can see Boaster has a great flank timing, but he drops out of heaven and makes noise sand, giving away his position. Alpha is a magician, but this one is impossible, as Soulcast, who again should have already been dead, closes out the game and series with his ult. Team Liquid continued to call the right strats all series, and simply cleaned up their play to close out rounds they should be winning. Fnatic never stopped looking shaky and lost to 2 ecos on Fracture, despite only being down 2 rounds. This is how Team Liquid upset Fnatic's 6-month-long win streak for the VCT EMEA trophy. Let me know your choice for the best player at VCT Masters and Champions this year, and as always, thanks for watching.